Oh yeah. Yeah. Get your nigga, long to yeah, good. I know some people hard on you. Some people hard on you. Put your feet hard on you. They got another phony, laying next. Time to keep the bed clean. When you lay it down, he's a bed bug and he filthy. Stay on the right track. The road is tough. Your girlfriend's your best friend when the road is rough. But hold up, sometimes your girlfriend can be your enemy, and she can only want to see you in your misery. Watch it, cause shawty could be miserable too. You don't want to take advice from someone don't have a clue. Rip, cause shawty could be something else other than you. She could be a bad bug too. You got your rules and it's evident. Not every brother holler at you, are you hesitant? But it's time to do something else, cause your attraction seems bad for your health. Now don't get it wrong, not every thug is a buster. Not every thug's a true thug, don't trust them. True thugs, they get on the other smallest thing. Like true thugs looking for the one to call us white. True thugs, they never really had nothing. And when we had something, we smile and keep thugging. Yeah, until that thug come. Baby, keep on pushing. Don't look, gotta send them to you, wrote in the book. Look for now, I wanna see you smile. And just put your headpiece on, get your makeup done. Time to hit the club, little mama's the same song. Yeah. This is for my sisters, this is for my sisters, this is for my sisters. Put your headpiece on, get your makeup done, little mama's the same song. Yeah. This is for my sisters, this is for my sisters, this is for my sisters. It ain't nothing about a man to put his hands on his wife. You should leave him without even thinking. Go ahead and let his ass cry, leave him while he weeping. Set an example, if you love him, let him learn for the next. It's what you do now, reflex if he beat on the rest. Yeah, time to spit some real game up in your ear. A man can only do what you let him. You better listen, if you don't want him out all night, don't let him. If he love you, his ass will be home before 11. What's wrong with that? You deserve your respect. If you were out all night, he'd be ready to flex. I'm here to let you know that you got the power. Replacing a man can be done just within an hour. But if you're good till you get that back, cause your replacement could be a brother straight up whack. Real talk. I'm just your brother, keeping it real with you. Get your headpiece on, get your makeup done. Time to hit the club, little mama's the same song. Yeah. This is for my sisters, this is for my sisters, this is for my sisters. Put your headpiece on, get your makeup done, little mama's the same song. Yeah. This is for my sisters, this is for my sisters, this is for my sisters. You wanna leave because your kids seem to bring them stress. I ain't gonna lie, it's a touchy subject.
Touchy subject for real, ain't it? What's happening, man?
What's good with you, fam? What's good?
So another day, another dollar. That's what they say anyway.
Hey, elevate, motivate, make another great today.
Hey, I like that. I like that. Say that again one more time for the people in the back row.
Hey, elevate, motivate, make one great today.
All right. I'm with that. I'm with that. So, man, today, man, it was kind of I had something else going on, but ran into a little technical issue. So on short notice, I kind of bumped this one up on the perspective aspect, which is kind of interesting. Real quick rundown. Is everything in life just perspective? How do we truly define what is real versus what we perceive it to be? I mean, honestly, can't everything be simply written off as mere perspective? I mean, it's something to think about. How do you define what's real versus what your perspective is? Almost anything and everything can almost be dropped down into the placement of perspective. Did you freeze up over there? I think you did. Yeah, I think I lost him. Let's see what happens. Yep. So let's see if you get him back. Um, he's been having technical difficulties all morning. Uh, I don't think there's too much of anything. Uh, and this is again, you heard me say. Um, but um, I
He's back.
think I don't think there is much of anything that uh, cannot be explained away as perspective. Uh, looking back on it, I mean, yeah, we have quote unquote we have facts and evidence, but all in all, like who came up with that? You see what I'm saying? Um, it's just something to really think about. You know what I'm saying? In any situation, conversation, debates,
Even
it kind of
argument.
that part too. It all relies back on perspective. You know what I'm saying? As it said, eye of the beholder, or even so far as to say one's opinion.
Right.
And I think that's why we tend to say that everyone is entitled to their opinion, but that doesn't necessarily make it truth. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It makes it your truth, or it makes it my truth, but that doesn't necessarily make it
The truth.
exactly.
Mhm.
So when it's all said and done, as some you hear sometimes people say there's this person's truth, or this person's story, and then there's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, um,
That's, yep.
it's
And a
just
lot of
something.
people a lot of people believe their own truth and they stand on it.
I mean, yeah, and then here's the problem with that though, and that's very true. People see their own truth and they stand on it, but even a liar, that's
We'll
their
stand
truth,
on it.
and they gonna stand on it until their last breath. You feel me? To their
Right.
last breath. So I mean, it's a icky, you know. Um,
That's a touchy situation.
it is.
Very,
You know what I'm saying? It is.
because it goes either way.
I'm sorry.
It can go either way. Me personally, I don't believe in a lie. I can't tell one. I used to be a liar. Don't get me
Okay.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like I do hold accountability to that part, but
Hmm.
I can't tell one nowadays. To me, it's just to me it's asinine. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? To go out and tell a lie, to tell a half truth, to tell anything of that nature. Because like, what if you really you needed somebody to believe you at one point in time?
Right.
They done caught you with your half truth or your belief to your own lie. Now they don't fucking trust you at all. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. Um.
Again, holding on to that truth, man.
and okay, so and I'm glad you said that, right? Holding on to that truth, or your truth. Um. Damn, I lost where I was gonna go with that. I don't know, man. It's like I said, it's messy, man. It's messy.
Very. That's very.
I don't understand. I don't understand. And I guess it's because I'm so analytical. I can't help it. It's all in my entire makeup. Okay,
Uh-huh.
astrologically, um, my mental. You know what I'm saying? I'm left-handed, so I'm in my right mind or the right side of my brain. So you get what I'm saying? I can't help but have to have some kind of supporting evidence or some kind of facts. Like that's just how I operate. So the 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 realization of the possibility that anything and everything can be perspective, it kind of throws me out of sync. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Because
It
me
throws-
personally, I like to look at everything as many times as I can look at it before I try to analyze the situation.
okay.
Me personally, most people they think in the circle. I think in the circle with the square in it with the triangle. Also, I'm an open. It might be the Aquarius in me, but I will analyze the shit out of some shit. You know, just under my detective stage. You
Right.
know, that's just something that's in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you said that? Let me research that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
I'm quick to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know the whole truth.
Right. I mean, even, and I like oh boy, I process so fast. It's ridiculous. Um, but even hearing it from who it comes from, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be. Do I see you as a reliable source? Um, if you are, um, okay, cool, not a problem. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. I'm still gonna go look into it. You know what I'm saying? Um, some individuals, you know, saying I'll hear something come out of their mouth, and I'm yeah, all right, I take that with a grain of salt. Let me, you know what I'm saying? It just sits there in limbo until I can go look it up, you know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just
Uh,
it just and it's sad that you got to be like that with certain people, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, you
Or
do.
with anybody for that
You
matter, you know.
do. But
With any
I'm just about to say I'm like that with at least 97% of everybody that I'm around now.
mm, you know what? I'm gonna say this right. If you like that around that high of a percentage of people, then you might need to change your company.
I'm just radiating in my own energy. You know what I'm saying? My energy is strong right now.
I
You
dig.
know
I
what
dig.
I'm saying? So anything that's like, how do you say it, detectable? It's like being on radar. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want that fucking with none of the shit that I got going. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So I got protection over it. So I see you coming, and I'm just like that one commercial with dude just swatting. You know, negative over here, bad over there, and that's just
Right.
me now. Yeah, that's just me right now. So that's like my frustration because a lot of the people that um, I felt was worthy to be in the circle. You know what I'm saying? I'm noticing. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get a little, how do you say it, disappointed.
So if you're becoming disappointed with the people that are in your circle, how did they get there?
They was there because at one point in time it was all square there.
Okay. So I all right, so let me reword that. Let me just ask it directly. Did you put them there or did they earn a spot or
They
how did they
couldn't
get
earn spots. Like everybody around me, you got to earn your position around me. I don't like to be around nobody that's not level minded like me or on my mindset. So, like, if you can't be part of that, then I won't have you around. Period. Because I feel like if I'm around you, I'm a rub. You know, you gonna rub off on me, knock me off my little game. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. I
I can
screen
see it.
people a lot.
I can see it.
I screen people a lot. So like disappointment is worse than failure to me.
Mm, man, that's heavy. That's heavy.
And that's
That
coming
is
from a sensei. Because like I'd rather see you fail than you ever disappoint.
okay.
Because if you failed, you
Ooh.
can always try again. But if you disappointed, that's a lot of shit that you gotta make up.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Thinking the circle with the square and also with the triangle. It's a different thought process. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And And like, I would rather see you fail than you ever disappoint.
Mm, that's heavy.
And that's all love.
That's heavy.
Yeah. And that's a whole nother topic.
Mwah. Man, listen. These topics come, man. These topics come so fast and they flow,
They
and
come and go like the wind blow.
it's
Hey,
crazy. I can just be sitting there thinking, you know what I'm saying, to myself or whatever have you, and then out of nowhere, something will hit me and be like, hey, man, talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Or it might even come to me like I'll have a thought or a question, and I'll pop it out that way. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
Just to see what everybody think, or you know what I'm saying, where they coming from, that type of thing. That type of thing. I'm over here.
Yeah, I like I like people mindset. You feel me? Like I gotta dig in. I gotta get intrigued because I'm an intellectual person.
I feel it. I
You
feel
feel
it.
me? Like that's what your circle should be. You know what I'm saying? If they're not feeding you, they should never be around you.
I mean, that is very true. But the problem here's the problem with that. That's how it should be. But the issue where the issue lies is everybody's not interested in learning. You
Nope.
see what I'm saying? Some people are content, and it's sad, but some people are content with being in the dark.
Like every day you should learn something. If it's not from your past mistake, it's not
Mhm.
from your present or from the current situation you in. You supposed to be learning something. You're
One would
supposed to
think.
take in. We're supposed to be sponges.
One would think.
If I tell you something and you never intook it, but it was the ultimate knowledge ever, I was the
Mhm.
fool for telling you because the knowledge was never taken.
No, you're not
And
the
it's
fool.
always
You're not the fool for telling it because you're supposed to tell it. The problem is okay. So you've heard them say, you've heard the saying, you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink.
correct.
Okay, let's go a step further with it. Right? Let's go a little deeper with it. So if if you go outside right now, right, in the backyard, there's a big ass tree out there, ain't it?
Yeah,
You ain't plant that tree though, did you?
not at all.
Okay. So the point that I'm making is your job was simply to plant the seed. You may not get to see it grow,
But it was a seed that grew.
but it eventually did take off and sprout. It did grow. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
That 100-year oak tree, the person that planted that motherfucker, the sequoia trees that's in California, the big redwoods and shit.
Uh-huh.
Whoever planted those, they're not around to see how big it grew. They didn't see the fruits of their labor,
At
but
all.
nonetheless, it happened, didn't it?
Yep.
Okay then. So nah, you're not the fool for planting the seed. No, absolutely. See how it suck and let that mom do what it's gonna do.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, because it's subconscious. Here's the thing, right? Old head told me this one time, man, and at first I didn't understand where he was coming from, and then it hit me like a ton of bricks. He told me, he said, when you feel like people ain't listening to you, he said, don't stop talking. He said, stop talking to them,
Uh-huh.
but continue to speak. The subconscious is gonna pick it up, right? You may not get it today, you may not get it tomorrow. It might be 5, 10 years down the road. You may never see me again. But then it's gonna click. Like somebody pulled that string and that light bulb turned on. Oh man, that's what that dude was talking about. We all done went through that.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah. Hey, if you tuned in right now, I'm not sure who you are. I see it's like 5 of y'all. Just
Oh yeah, we had Lyrical was one of them.
for real, throw a thumbs up. And somebody bounced as soon as I said that. Throw a thumbs up in the comment section, man. You ain't gotta say hi or nothing, but I mean, it is rude to walk in somewhere and not speak.
Yeah, we do want to say hi to you as well. Good morning to you too. You must not have had your coffee this morning.
Shoot, look, I'm ready for round 2 while you playing.
Surprise, Mother Juggers. I ain't had mine neither, but I'm still here though. I'm still nice. I said hi, good morning. I say it back.
Shoot, you heard what Kanye? Good morning. Ooh.
Hey, Kanye in this month. I'm known.
Good morning.
If not, make sure you follow Megatron Down on all social media.
Yeah, right. And look, you better plug it. You dig? Shoot.
Hey, and not safe for no kids at home either.
Yeah. Shoot, man.
I'm a good role model though.
Hey, I like this little morning get up though, man. I've been talking about this for a while. Doing like a morning edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and I had the idea because I was actually trying to get Mandrake to take off with it because his whole gimmick was coffee and chat with Mandrake. Shout out to Mandrake on his podcast. But
I had to tune into that because I love my coffee in the morning.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I said, man. So it hit me like, hey, everybody's not a night owl. You know what I'm saying? People got to go to work. Some people look. There's a lot of old people. There's a lot of old people that tune into the podcast. You know what I'm saying? And 9 o'clock, starting at 9 o'clock and running into like 11 minutes. Look, so I get it.
Yeah, I got a lot of people that crash out about when I wake up. Like I wake up about a good 4:30, 5 o'clock sometimes in the morning. That's when I get my day started. By the way, when do you get yours started? Remember that commercial? You got to get up, get out, and do something.
You better. Verb.
Hey, I used to hate that commercial as a kid, but that shit resonated like a motherfucker in life when you grew up, though.
Real talk.
Just sit there, do something. I was like, what?
Real talk. Sure.
I hate that commercial. I know you know what I'm talking
about. Man, listen. I miss all the commercials. Nowadays, they ain't about two squats.
No, we used to have some good commercials back in our day. Remember Sausages?
Yeah, man.
Man, that shit had me cracking up every time I heard that shit. Sausages.
Yeah, they were humorous. They had jingles. They were catchy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
they had the Tricks commercials. Silly Rabbit.
Yeah.
Kids.
Hey, them cereal commercials.
Hey, but that shit resonated when you got older, though, didn't it?
Yeah, to the point where I'm old as dirt now, and look and remember a lot of them joints.
Tricks are for kids.
Silly Rabbit.
Man. They told you back in the day.
Man, listen.
Back in the day.
Remember, and everything had a mascot back then too.
Yeah. Everything.
It had jingles, it had a mascot. Remember Domino's Pizza, the Noid?
Oh, the Noid. Yeah, you had a little video game and everything. I had everything Noid. That was my dude.
Yeah, he was crazy, man. Little cat was trying to steal that pizza, man.
That might be why I called my crew Psycho Ward. You know what I'm saying? Because he was Noid. You know, he's a little schizophrenic. That's what he was, a little schizophrenic piece of dude running around.
Yeah. I couldn't, and it's crazy. To this day, I still don't know what he was, right? I swear up and down he was a red rabbit or something because he used to have a little.
He had the ears.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, what is this cat?
He ain't had no tail. He ain't had
no
tail.
He reminded me of the Tricks rabbit just in red.
Damn, they ripped him off.
I guess. I mean, they
got away.
Yeah, back then it was notorious. notorious for that. Yeah.
Yeah, they got away with it though.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Look, they was getting away with a lot of shit back then. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they was getting away with a lot of shit back then.
Yeah.
Right,
Not to mention the Disney country.
man. That's serious,
My Little Mermaid. Did y'all really have to put a dick on the castle?
man. They was putting all type of stuff on. Man,
Or
look,
like, what was the one? Shrek. Remember when Laura Farquaad was laying in the bed on part one? Laura Farquaad is laying in the bed, and the dude come in, and he's got the magic mirror, and the magic mirror asking him who he want, and he was thinking about Fiona. This motherfucker had a boner. He was in bed jacking off. He got caught.
Hey, so Mickey Mouse got caught. Yeah, Mickey Mouse got caught. Fucking Swiss cheese. While he was up there sitting there dancing, talking about some Steamboat Willie and shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Why they was really making fun of the man back in the day, though.
Man,
dance, nigga, dance.
Man, it was a lot of that. The gloves,
dance, nigga. Yep.
The subliminals is something, man. The subliminals is something.
Ain't nobody. That's why I don't like Mickey Mouse, but I can't get into him. He just remind me of a black dude that's out there just dancing.
Bojangles.
Yeah. Then you got Obama. He was the modern day. Every time you saw Obama come up to the stand, that nigga was running, dancing, singing. He was something. Y'all should put that on American Idol. That shouldn't have been president.
Amos and Andy.
Hey, but the niggas,
one was fetching, one was stepping.
We got that black president. I wasn't all happy about it.
I mean, so but you know what though, man?
It was a part of history, but I let that part up.
Yeah, I mean, getting off into politics, but like,
I'm everywhere.
It just, I'm gonna say like this, right? It was bound to happen. If they found the right person to put up there, you know what I'm saying? If he didn't get up there, it was gonna find somebody else to put up there. If not in the moment, it would have happened later. Eventually, they were gonna put somebody up there. Just like eventually, at some point, we won't see it in our lifetime, but at some point, they're gonna put a female up there.
Yeah, they teased it. They wanted to see how far it was gonna go. Like I told everybody, it don't matter who you go and vote for. Nah. Somebody that's there that said this man or this person right here, it's time for them to be president. There's somebody over the president. Who is it? And think about it.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know, like.
Notice who the celebrities pay attention to. They know who it is. That's not to speak on it.
But when you know.
Yeah.
But realistically, you got no business voting for president anyway, because he's not for the people anyway. You know what I'm saying?
How many voters do we have?
I'm sorry?
How many voters do we have? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of the ones that just watch.
It's true. I
learned that they rigging the polls too. Like, I'm gonna ask if I go and vote, knowing that they doing that.
I mean, here's the thing. Right? It doesn't matter. Okay, I'll teach about it. Since we on the topic, real quick. It doesn't matter if you vote or not, because truth be told, right? The votes of the people are the popular votes, right?
Mm-hmm.
The votes that actually count are not the popular votes, but the electoral votes.
Absolute.
Which means your votes don't matter anyway.
It's who's what?
The elite. No. It's as George Carlin used to say. It's a big private club and you ain't in it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless you want to be in it.
Right. And then on top of that, right? It even tells you if you pay attention, if you actually call him by his actual title, you actually know it's in the name. His name is not, I mean, his title is not the president. His title is what?
Commander in chief.
Of what?
The military.
Yeah. So with that being said, right? Unless you are in the military or a vet, he's not for you anyway. He handles what? He doesn't handle anything domestic. He handles everything that's foreign affairs.
And defense.
Okay, right. But the defense comes in the form of the military. He controls the military. He don't get two shits about you or what's going on in Compton or what's going on in Beverly Hills. None of that shit.
Notice he only show up for relief.
That's it.
If that.
He boosts morale in time of war.
He's the hype man.
Exactly. He boosts morale in times of war. And then he also it's almost like what do you call it? Fundraisers. When it's time for them to go abroad, rally up behind your troops. Come on, let's make these donations. Pay attention. Every time we get ready to go to fucking war or some goofy ass shit, right? Go not even war. Let's keep it real. Anytime we about to go stick our nose in somebody else's business. Yeah.
For dramatic, hyped up speech.
Right. Anytime we about to go stick our nose in somebody else's business, this is when you start seeing these commercials. Support your troops and remember the vets. Make a donation here. Make a donation there. Mm-hmm.
And productivity then, over the country boosts, like the economy just jumped. Like everybody at work now, you got overtime, you got all this other fun stuff.
Anytime we go to war, what happens to the prices? They spike.
Man, up. Or election is up. You paying them. You ain't paying for that extra gas. You paying them.
What extra gas? Hey, look, you said extra gas. What extra gas? They ain't bringing no extra barrels over here.
No, that's the same shit that's been sitting there.
Right. If they pay for a million barrels of oil, let's say that's I don't know exactly the number, right? But let's say they pay for 1 million barrels of oil. If it's election year, it's the same million barrels. They ain't bought no extra. No, we got the same amount. Ain't no surplus.
Yeah. I got a contract for this many barrels of gasoline or oil or whatever we trying to do, and that's the amount that I get when y'all ship it over.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this
sweet line at Walmart.
Right. Look, I'm gonna tell you this sweet little lie just to make y'all feel better. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this lie that says you have a choice. The best way to get a person to do something is how?
Bash that in their brain, which they kind of like do every day. It's like a brainwash, but they repeatedly tell you something.
Here's exactly what they tell them. Every election or every day, they tell you that you have a choice. Every day they tell you that this America is a democracy. Bullshit.
No, it ain't. It's very communist.
It ain't even communist. It's a total totalitarian.
That's a step above.
If you think about it, right? The president is the face, the fall guy, right?
Yep. He's responsible for anything dumb that happened. Kind of right. Your boss.
So you're looking at him, so you're not so you ain't looking at the wizard behind the curtain. You got the same people sitting up there on Capitol Hill, up on the Senate, that's been up there longer in term, longer than we've been alive. Now make that make sense. But these are the elite families. So you got these people sitting up here in a term of office longer than the president. Who has the ability to shoot down the president or veto what he says?
Definitely.
They do.
Yep, it's definitely his own people.
Nah, the Senate, them ain't his people.
I'm just saying, they work. They all under the same thing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and look, man, I ain't really researched it. I ain't really looked into it. But I'm willing to bet. If you really look deep enough into it, Elon Musk probably related to somebody up there, directly or indirectly. Bill Gates probably related to somebody up in there.
Elon directly. Out of nowhere, for real. Like it was just
didn't he though?
This is me. Yeah.
Didn't he though?
Where'd you come from?
Right.
It ain't no back. You just is here.
Hell, even Zuckerberg had a backstory.
Hey, but I mentioned that before. I'm like, damn, where did dude come from to be so fucking? Shouldn't he have already been out there?
One would think. With all that money, where the hell you been hiding?
Just like they can believe all you want. Like the motherfucker got water powered cars too. I seen it.
They've been at them.
Yeah.
But every time somebody try to put the patent out there or expose it, they end up coming up missing.
Yeah, flying cars, cloaks. I can make me disappear sitting in this chair by putting a blanket over me right now, and it look like this behind me. It's real robot people like Terminator. Like go to Japan and China and shit. They got sex dolls that's looking like us, but it's a robot, and it's programmed to try to arouse you, but you have to arouse it. Because that is us.
They got there's a movie out there right now called not a movie, I'm sorry, it's a show, a series on I think it's on Hulu or Netflix. It's with Michael Coulter. It's called Accused. Man, I seen a trailer for it. I was like, yo, that mug, woof. So it's a black dude. Him and his wife are going through some things or whatever have you. He got some money, you know what I'm saying? So he made the purchase. And so the wife was like, well, what's it like? It's like, oh, she's very lifelike, you know what I'm saying? And she understands me and this, that, and the third. So the wife popped the question. She said, well, did you? He's like, yeah. She said, how was it? He said it was amazing. And he's like, no, don't get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? You really haven't been in the mood. You know what I'm saying? It's like, she said, oh, no, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. But like, I was just thinking to myself, like, this is where we are now, where we literally are substituting human interaction. Like, look at the grand scheme of things, man. They are pushing this narrative to eliminate and cease all communication, human communication. Because if you don't speak to one another, you can't grow. To the point where now you're in relationships, right? You don't know how to talk to this woman. She don't know how to talk to you. Y'all don't do nothing but sit up and argue and fight. If you can't communicate, you can't even get together. So you see this girl, she see you, she don't know how to approach you, you don't know how to approach her, which means you don't get together, which means you can't procreate. But motherfuckers know how to talk to Alexa, Google, and them other motherfuckers, don't you?
Yeah.
Hey Siri. You talk to Siri or Google or Alexa. You talk to them motherfuckers goddamn more than you talk to your goddamn mama.
But if you actually use Google the right way, you can do anything possible in the motherfucking world. You
Man,
know,
listen,
it tell you what to do, or it'll take you to YouTube and show you.
which is cool, but here's the thing: that's the lazy man, lazy route. Because realistically, prior to all that, because you gotta understand something, Google and all them other motherfuckers, right? Somebody had to program that shit, which means when they programmed it, they could rewrite history. You ever paid attention how the algorithm, right? You'll look up something and then go back a few days later or a month later, and it's either changed or it's not there now.
Yep. I'm gonna say it like this, just out of some shits and giggles, right? When Tupac had died and shit like that, it was pictures.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a couple pictures. I can't just actual like recall them because they're not there no more. But they were there on Google. After a couple years went by, they don't exist. I went to talk about it one day. I went to show somebody the picture, and the picture, I scrolled 25 pages.
You'll scroll forever.
And it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Not even a remake of the picture. It just wasn't there. Like it didn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm
Man,
just like, damn.
it's crazy to the point where they trying to
Even with Muhammad Ali and some pictures like that.
yeah, they trying to here's I don't know for fact, but this is what I see. I see that they are trying to essentially rewrite history, and anybody that's in my generation or older enough or older that's old enough to remember say that we're crazy, and they call it a Mandela effect.
Yeah. Did you see the video with the guy in like 1920 or 1930? Like wearing modern day clothes? Like he had print on his shirt.
The time travelers and all that. Yeah.
White dude.
Yeah.
Looking modern as fuck, while everybody else was looking like they was really from that time. Or the one boxing fight where dude got the iPhone. Dude got the iPhone and he recorded the fight on his iPhone in the crowd, like third, fourth rows from the.
It was a Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. That wasn't no video camera, and you
can't. You talking about time travelers?
Yeah, and you can't bring one in. Still though, like it don't make sense. It's everything is a lie. Is what people need to realize.
Well,
and it's on them to figure out what's true and what ain't.
If you can AI a voice or AI vocals, you can AI image.
Was that a hologram, Apac, or was that a real one? We don't know because ain't nobody ever had one since.
So Pac was the first one that they had, and then they had one of my cousin. They had one of Eazy-E. And then there was another one that they had. I don't remember exactly who it was, but they stopped doing it.
Yeah, it's weird to me.
I tell you what was weird to me. The very first one that they had was, like I said, was Pop.
I forgot about Easy. You're right.
But the crazy thing about it was where did you get the image? Like the everything was on point. The movements, the whole nine. You see what I'm saying? Now, not to say that they don't have the technology then. Not to say that they didn't.
Or
but
take his old footage and bring an old concert that we didn't know
about. That's what I was trying to figure out, because I was looking at, I studied that shit over and over. I was looking at I had actually took the hologram and the live performances that of the videos that I saw. I did an overlay. None of them matched up.
Nope.
And I'm like, okay, not to say that anybody can. I mean, if you can find a lookalike for the movie,
you can find a lookalike to be, yeah,
somebody that can duplicate his movements. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just I don't know, man. It's technological advances are amazing, and they're great, but when they're used and deception and as a means to deceive, yeah, that ain't it.
Yeah.
That ain't it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of shit. Like I've been trying to explain to people the rainbow for the longest, right?
Right.
It's clear as day. That motherfucking bent. Okay.
All right.
We can go to outer space. No, the fuck we can't. It's showing you right there. That's it right there. That's the ice particles, dog, or whatever it is. And that's what we get right there. It's showing you it's a dome right there. Nobody is actually really paying attention to that.
So
I believe the sun and the moon is rotating. Just it's like me spinning something.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what if the earth don't move? Like they told us it moved. Because to me, if it was moving, wouldn't we be kind of fucked up?
I mean, it's all again, and it ties into the topic of the podcast. That's all perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. How do you actually say that something is when nobody's ever done it? Oh well, we've been to the moon.
Nigga, that was a swimming pool.
We ain't never been back.
Oh, we lost it. We lost how to get there.
Wait a minute. And the first man on the moon, he verbally recently said that we never been there. They stripped him of all his medals and shit and tried to write him off like he was crazy.
For all those that don't know who he's talking about, you know Buzz Lightyear on Toy Story? That is him.
To infinity and beyond. And
That's
then like
talking about people.
None of it, I mean, if you apply a little common sense, right? So the land mooning occurred in the 60s. All right. So let's look at this for a second. All right.
Yep.
The moon landing occurred in the 60s. They show Buzz hopping off the capsule. Mm-hmm. This is a small step for mankind. I mean, this is a small step for man, one large step or one small leap for mankind, right?
Yeah.
So if he's the first man on the moon, right? Who the fuck was holding the camera, catching him as he was coming out?
You get it?
Oops.
Man.
So let's go a step further with that, right?
Yep.
So we're in 2024, right?
Yep.
For all purposes, I'm gonna hold this up. What is this?
That is a cell phone.
Thank you. So in 2024, we have cellular devices. In the 60s, they still had rotary landlines. So how the hell were you on the moon, miles away from the Earth, calling Houston? That's a long goddamn coffee can and string, ain't it?
Man, that's a long ass cord. I was just gonna say that too. And then, like, for them to be out of space at that point in time, I remember seeing the air bubble travel.
Yes. Yes. How do you? So here, let me ask you this, right? This is kind of crazy.
How do you do that?
But again, apply a little logic. So we're in this globe, right? Inside of this dome. And the sun, as it's told to us by Degrassi and the various others, that the sun rays come in through the atmosphere, the various layers of the atmosphere, and they light up this ball that we live in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is how we have day. And as it turns, depending on where you are, it becomes night, right?
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
stay with me for a minute. In space, there is nothing out there but this vast void of darkness, right?
Mhm.
How when the sun is out there?
But it's pitch black though.
But it should be bright as a motherfucker, shouldn't it?
Hey, like this
Well,
motherfucker up far away.
make it make sense. How do you light up the inside of a planet, but the whole goddamn outside of that motherfucker dark?
And the
Not
light
possible, bro.
and the light don't penetrate though.
Don't right? It don't make no sense. It don't. And then
It only get through our little bubble.
right, and then hold on. Let's apply a little. Let's apply a little bit more. All right. So now we're not gonna apply logic. Let's apply some science. All right. So the sun is what?
Light.
What is it made up out of?
Oh, so much. The atoms is neutrons is
Helium and some other shit, right?
helium and yep.
And they say basically it's a burning ball of gas. Is what they say.
Yeah. But how's it just a burning ball of gas? Just
If there's no oxygen, because in order to burn, fire needs oxygen.
there's no oxygen in space.
Well, that's what they told us. So how the hell's the sun burning?
With no oxygen in space.
And I know there's some guys that are into astrophysics that will might be tuned in or might catch it later, and they're gonna say nuclear fusion and things of that nature. If you don't have anything, you can have all the friction you want. If there's no oxygen there, it don't burn.
But who lit
The Big Bang, I guess. I don't know.
it? Somebody was the igniter here.
Look, somebody in the galaxy was flying by, and they was smoking, and they tossed the motherfucker out the window and shit, and it went woof. You know, ain't that crazy though?
Hey, only you can prevent forest fires. Only you.
Hey, that's what I was told, Smokey. That's what I was told. Shit.
Oh,
Shit.
shit.
I mean, my thing is this, man.
Once again, thank you to everybody tuning in.
All three of y'all, good looking.
We do. Salute. Y'all the real MVP right now.
I don't subscribe to being lied to. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to say I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't. Fact of the matter is, right? We are a very young species. Very in our infancy. We don't know everything. We don't understand everything, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So just say that.
Yep. A lot of people can't hold the accountability. Can't hold accountability. That's a big word.
It is. It is
Huge.
You know, it is, and it's sad, but true. You know, there's a lot of people that see things and excuse me. There's a lot of people that see things and automatically it's oh, I know. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what they know, but they know.
Okay.
I'm over here messing with this flash drive, man. I'm trying to figure out what's on it, and it's acting all goofy. And if I'm not mistaken, it's probably the one that's got my taxes on it from yesteryear.
To infinity and beyond.
Yeah, that's what they say anyway. So to infinity and somewhere. Yeah. So to infinity and somewhere. Yeah, sure. Sure. And if you don't know, now you know. Sure.
We will not say that word right now.
Man, listen, it's too early in the morning.
I still, I still ain't had my coffee yet, and it's 10:35 in the morning on Monday. We're sitting at a brisk. What are we sitting at this morning? We sitting at somebody. We sitting at a brisk 47.
47.
Yeah, it's 47 here in Cleveland. It was just snow the other day, then it rained last night, and now it's 47 degrees. I say, damn.
Let me let's see. 48 here, and it's raining.
And the Browns got their ass whooped yesterday.
Oopsie.
Man, that's what it looked like.
Got to do better.
Hey, Pittsburgh hit him with the fatality, man. It was like, finish him.
So Pittsburgh won the Super Bowl, huh?
Man, no, we took one and they took one.
Oh, shoot.
We took one at our house and they took one at their house. But, their house was really important because now that's 21 straight wins in a row.
Oof.
Man.
So when y'all play each other again?
I need an application for a new football team. I'll be taking applications after 12 o'clock. If you can leave your applications right here over to the left, it'd be greatly appreciated. Go Browns.
Shoot, man. Listen. Browns. So that's a lot of loyalty, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I
21, man.
There are some Brown fans out here.
Damn near.
Kudos. Kudos and shout out to all of you Browns fans. And here's why I say that, because on some real shit, I've not seen any Brown fans like all the loyal ones.
It's been real quiet.
Well, here's the thing. I recognize that a lot of these quote unquote Brown fans, I don't know what happened. They disappeared somewhere between like 97 and maybe 2000.
Yeah.
And they became all Steelers fans.
Remember when Modell left? All he asked was, can I get a stadium? Get him, man, a goddamn stadium. He would have stayed. Baltimore won the next year, what, 2 years later?
Yeah. And that was the thing. Like Baltimore was, man.
Baltimore the shit. Don't count them out. They still like beefy. So man, that's the original Browns. That's why
that's my whole point. That was the dog pound right there. And that's what I'm saying. It's strange to me how
this that bootleg shit. That creator team on John Madden type shit. And I ain't with it.
Essentially, that's what it amounts to. That's what it amounts to. Shoot, That's
man. So I even said this, bro. Again, perspective.
Yeah. Hey.
When the Browns they need to change their name to the Brook Park, whatever the fucks. Hey, you got them damn made up as again creative team Guardians. I'm not cool with that neither.
The Guardians.
If you want to be true,
hey man, I don't know how to get away with it.
Remember the statues on the fucking bridge? That's our emblem. The bridge.
Wait, which ones?
The Carnegie Bridge.
Which ones?
The Cleveland Guardians. They're the fucking man. Look, next time we link up, I will take you to their face. And it's right in front of the stadium, like the bridge is guarding the stadium. Is this what you saying?
Mm, mm, mm.
And it sits right over the top of the flats. That's where they stadium at.
Seriously,
Like if
that's
you cross
crazy.
the street and look over the ledge right there, that's the flats right up underneath it.
Mm,
Old
okay.
Cleveland. But they just call it the flats though. They built
I
over
don't know.
top of it. I've been underground. I've been seeing some shit underground that they got under there. I've been
I
seeing the
didn't understand.
railroad.
What was the purpose of them? Let me ask you this, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I was discussing this the other day with my brother. Let me ask you this:
Yep.
what was the purpose? What was the purpose in changing the name of the Indians to
The Indians got offended, but it's still one out there that still got an Indian name out there, and they ain't never changed their name.
what was that?
Ain't that the Chicago Blackhawks?
That's not the only one, but okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, why
And
did
that's
we have
how.
our name? It's
So
because
so
it
so,
failed.
and that's how I know. And this is what I was telling my brother. That's how I know it wasn't about Native Americans being offended. It was about it was a corporate thing. It was about money.
City wanted the name change.
Well, yeah. Any of them and all of them wanted it changed. It ain't got nothing to do with. Listen, at the end of the day,
They wanted to freshen it up a little bit.
perhaps, but the thing, because you got to figure like this, right?
Create a team.
None of the view, I mean, none of the viewers,
We love our viewers.
none of the. I was looking at that impressive Iverfield from Twitch. It says cheap viewers on organic fan follower. I don't know. Um, that's one of those Raiders. What I never understood that because like you can't say that it's you can't say that it's the Native Americans being offended because you didn't change all of them. You only changed because you got to figure like this, right? You changed the Cleveland Indians, the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
Those are the only two that they changed.
The Commanders.
Makes it sound even worse. Think about it. You went from Washington Redskins to somebody commanding you. You couldn't come up with something better. And then, and then, and then, how many other ones did you miss? You missed, like you said, the Chicago Blackhawks,
Yeah,
the Atlanta Braves.
man. The Seminoles still got their name.
Yeah, and the same logo.
Yeah. Same Indian headdress with the scalp.
Listen, the same. Look, the same. In fact, the Florida State Seminoles. Their logo was the exact same one as the Washington Redskins.
What's the difference? Right.
One and well, here's the thing. It makes it even worse because that's a fucking that's a school.
Yeah.
So what are you teaching over there in Florida?
Good question. Perspective.
Okay, I'm just saying, 100%,
No,
100%.
yeah, it's all true.
Yeah. Again, as you said, all perspective. Is there really a right or wrong in it? No.
Nope.
Oh well, that's offensive to the Native Americans.
No.
Okay, but you still listen. You still flying rebel flags and still making them motherfuckers, ain't you?
Who talk about the Indians?
Hmm?
Nobody. Like to tell you the truth, like for a while, I really didn't think a lot of them really truly existed
They don't.
because the only I know
They
because the
do.
only
Hold
Indian
on,
I know
let me clean that up. Let me
no,
clean that up.
is the one. See.
let me clean that up. They do exist, but the way they're depicted, they don't exist. So the true Native American is the wrong term anyway. The indigenous, the true indigenous person, the indigenous person is us.
Mm-hmm.
It was over thousands of tribes. Okay, there are only 5 recorded tribes left that live on reservations. Okay, now you're gonna make me here. Let's have fun with this, right? I guess
Cause
I'll teach.
it all tie into my homies that's on my one Sentinel Island that can't nobody go over there play with.
Look, I'll teach.
Yeah, please
I'll teach.
do. Cause
Give
it
me
all
one.
ties into them sitting there. They
Give me 1 second.
don't want nothing to do with us.
So I'm still here. I just gotta pull up something real quick. I gotta
OG.
I gotta pull up something.
I'm gonna go get this morning job. I have my first cup. I'll be
All
right
right. While you're doing that, I'm gonna pull up this information and I'll have this ready for you by the time you get back.
back. After these messages.
You'll be right back. Yeah. Da, 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 da. All right, this goddamn thing.
Oh yeah, man. See, I had to show the people because the people got to get hip. But I got this great morning coffee, fucking creamer. Yeah, Toll House cookie. Yeah, I drink like a king. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it. My computer's acting retarded. Give me 1 second.
Oh no, you all good. I'm just saying hi to the people.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's what he said. Let's see, man. Jamming on the one. Excuse me.
What it do? For the advance, my people. You know we still love y'all.
Oh man, I didn't even. You know what? I wasn't even paying attention because the comments weren't coming through. In part because I'm uh I'm not paying attention entirely.
Yeah, I really wasn't either. I'm gonna get back in them. I was in there earlier.
Yeah, I see that lyrical was speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even notice it. Oh shit! Like I'm normally pretty good about the comments and responding to them. Like I said, I wasn't even paying attention. I was looking at a different profile and shit. I got to figure out what's going on. I've been having some technical issues over here. Um,
Orlando, what up? What you fam? How you feeling?
oh man, let's see. Oh man, it's been a lot of comments I've been missing.
Yeah, man, we got it. We got it going.
Yeah, I see that, but I can't get back to it. What the
Fresh
hell,
out the kitchen was in there saying, "Yo,
man? I feel bad, man. What's up, cuz man? My bad, man. I missed you, man. I'm over here. Uh, what up, Tank, man? I don't know why this damn thing is doing that, man. You know what? So
yeah," because my live feed over here, like I'm watching it on my phone and everything, like that, trying to respond to the comments, but it had froze out.
Well,
So I just came back in.
I'm supposed to be able to see all that from where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed. I'm not even supposed to have to come in here to these come in here to these to look at the comments. The comments supposed to come to me. But in any
Yeah.
case, let me bear with me, man. I'm gonna find this find this damn conversation real quick so I can give you this information so
Mhm.
everybody can look this up on their own time, or I can look it up with you guys. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to, give me 1 second.
But how everybody feeling today? Everybody feeling good? Everybody wake up on the right side of the bed this morning.
What's wrong with the left side?
Man, I don't know. I like the left side personally.
I'll just being difficult, man.
Do I like the left side?
Shoot, just give me the middle. All right, I'm trying. Let's see. Damn, I didn't realize he.
Yeah, I'll play a song or something for us in the meantime.
Yeah, do that for me.
We can do something for you. So this would be some YouTube type shit. But just a shit show by Megatron Dunn. That's me. That's me. That's ONE.
I found it.
Let's get into it then. This shit, I took some time off. Understand the battle's fought was a battle off.
All right, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so let's learn something today, right? So it started out with a conversation, man, with a post that my brother had actually posted pertaining to uh, the Redskin logo situation, right? So the post was 3 days ago. He made a post on Facebook. Said Redskins logo coming back! Exclamation point. We shouldn't have to let this weird soft culture erase indigenous iconic images from its representation in the first place. That's what he said. All right.
Deep.
So when he said that, you know, it you know me, I call for dialogue. So I in turn I says in response to that, I said, you said we shouldn't have to let this weird soft culture erase the indigenous. Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. We didn't do anything. I said, this was strictly a decision made by the corporate body. Slaves have no say so in anything. As far as erasing the indigenous, there was nothing indigenous about that logo. It was the depiction of a Caucasian with clay shaded complexion. The erasing of our people, indigenous, started with a process. Look up now. This is where I start popping off. All right. While you're sitting there, go to what do you use? Google. What do you use?
I'm a Google head.
All right. So while you're sitting there, I want you to look up James Hugo Johnson.
James Hugo Johnson.
Right. So while you're looking him up, right? Look up James Hugo Johnson, who was a professor at the University of Virginia in the 1900s. He said, to the visitor of the South, the physical characteristics of many Negro slaves bore witness to their Indian origin. He clearly stating that the alleged Negro or the black person was actually the Indian, not what people have visibly become conditioned to believe what you see, right?
Mm.
The reason the reason, hold on one second. The reason majority of us are ignorant to this truth is because lack of research and the elimination process at the hands of three men. These three individuals are Melvin J. Horowitz, look him up. Walter Plexker, look him up. And Elise Herdlicka. All right. Now I'm going to tell you about these three people. Melvin is responsible for creating the lie and narrative that all Negro slaves came exclusively from Africa. That's where that came from him. Okay. Plecker took away the benefits of indigenous people and gave them to Caucasian and Mexicans, which is why Indians are depicted in Hollywood the way they are. Redskins logo. All right. Herdlicka was a curator of physical anthropology for the Smithsonian. It was through him that the imagery of the indigenous were altered by simply his signature when they stumbled across the Bat Creek stone. Now listen to this. The stone was discovered during a Smithsonian excavation with markings or writing on the stone in Cherokee lands, and so they assumed it was Native American writing.
Uh-huh.
Only to discover, peep this, only to discover that it was actually Hebrew. So yeah, I'm telling you, what I'm saying to you is that we are the true Hebrews. Every alleged Native American tribe is actually Hebrew.
Mm.
And that's where you get the fight for the Israelites and the Jews of wanting to be God's chosen people.
That's deep.
Look that up.
Like
Did you get all those names?
You learn something new every day.
Man, shit. Look, I stay with my face in the goddamn book. I stay with my face in shit, man. Look.
Man, I'm always like, I'll just be on YouTube. I'll use YouTube for music.
So, in fact, look, I'm gonna show you something.
Knowledge.
I'm gonna show you something. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. I want you to peep this, man. This is kind of dope. Again, now mind you, everything that I'm telling you, right, is fact, right? It's true, but can be perceived as perception.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? At what point do you say reality is? Nothing that I'm telling you is an opinion. You can look this shit up for yourself. Right. But in the eyes of somebody, it's solely perspective.
And trust and believe, I research everything that's taught to me that somebody teach me new, because I just don't want to ever accept something that anybody tell me.
And you're not supposed to.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like when we talk, like I do research behind it. You know, I usually learn a lot.
100.
How it is.
Check this out, man. I want to share this with you guys.
Yeah.
Before I go into it though, oops. Before I go into it, I want to say this much, right? Why? There it is right there. Can you see that?
Yep.
All right, cool. Uh I'm going to I'm going to I'm gonna figure out how to blow that up. That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, you little as hell. But I
Uh,
see it.
I know you can, but I don't think the viewers can. That's the problem. All right, so let me figure out how to pump it up. Um, what I want to do is I want to it's not letting me do it.
That sucks.
Let me see here. There it goes. Is that better?
I mean, yeah, we can see it. That's there. You're gone, but it's still little though. But we'll run with it. Let's just go with it.
All right, so we'll do that. So here's what I want to. And I'm coming. All right, there we go. So I want to ask you a question, and viewers follow along. Why? What are you?
Run that back one more time. Run that question.
What are you?
Black,
I'm
African
sorry.
American, African American, black, human
Okay, perfect.
being.
So let me ask you this, right?
Yep.
Why are you black?
And that's a good question.
If
Because
if
all I started out as was just energy. So say.
you in present time, you could say that, but in that time period when it was given to us, no, because they didn't think like that.
Nope.
So the reason why, because if black if black is a color, white is a color, right? These are not nationalities, right?
Not at all.
So watch. And the video is gonna break it down, but I'm gonna do it in simple terms because I've been saying this for years. The reason why we refer to each other as black is because we don't know where we come from.
Mm-hmm.
Black people, follow me. Black people, Negroes, Africans, American, right?
Mm-hmm.
Afro American. Out of all these five names that I just named, and I think I'm missing one. Out of the five that I just named, only two of them come from a land. If you go to a person who's Chinese, he comes from the land of China.
Right.
If a person is German, he comes from the land of Germany, right? If he's Russian, he comes from the land of Russia, right?
Yeah.
Where's Negro land at?
There's no such thing.
Okay.
Where did you come from?
Where's Black land at?
That part.
Okay, where's African American land at? That can't happen. So either you're from Africa or you're from America, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why we refer to each other as black people is because we don't know what nation we come from. If
Oh wow.
if a Chinese, and I'm not trying to be derogatory, so bear with me. If a person from China is here and he gets in trouble or the government has enough of his shenanigans, right? Oh, this motherfucker's acting like he's a part of the Chinese triad. They're gonna deport him back to where?
China.
So if Cesar Valdez is acting stupid, getting ruthless with shit, they're gonna deport him back to where? Mexico, right?
Yeah.
So they love locking up black folks, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And they love screaming, they love screaming, nigger, go home, right?
Yeah.
So why we don't get deported back to Africa?
Maybe because it don't exist.
No, it exists. Because they have on record and they know for a fact that a lot of us didn't come from there. We was already here. Our ancestors. Think about this, right? If you were told, think about this, right? Let's say 40,000 slaves came from Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not allowed to read or write. Correct?
Correct.
Not allowed to leave off that plantation either, right?
Nope.
But then
leave the house.
Follow me. But we have learned throughout time and history that we were already here, right? Mm-hmm. Some of us were already here.
Yeah.
They didn't want you off the plantation in chances of you running into somebody that looked like you and say, "Oh man, hey, look, I need your help." He said, "What do you mean?" "Oh man, slave master down here got me the slave master." What you mean, slave man? Hold up, man.
And unite.
And that's why the slavery ended. People, the narrative is told that the Emancipation Proclamation, freed the slave, right? Abraham Lincoln. But if you do your research, you'll come to find that Abraham Lincoln never even signed a damn document.
Ever.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, man.
So peep this, man. I want you to check out this video, man.
They don't want you to have.
Education is more than reading, more than writing.
Uh-oh.
What?
It froze up. Let me do this again.
Writing is more than math. Should first of all teach our children who they are. You see, if you don't know who you are, then you will not know what to do with your life. Yeah. And if you don't know what to do with it, then you won't know how to achieve your goals. So Alex Haley raised the question of who am I? And he asked his mother, father, aunts, and his uncles who he was. Some people told Alex they were Negro. Some told Haley they were colored. Others told Alex they were black. Some said they were Afro-American. Some told Alex they were African. And lastly, some said American. Now, we are the only children and some adults that give 6 different answers to a very simple question like, who am I? Again, you cannot teach a child that is, first of all, not know who he is. It's more important than reading, math, and science. So we began to ask ourselves, why do Germans call themselves Germans? Why do Chinese call themselves Chinese? And we were told there's a land called Germany. There's a land called China. So let's go back to a world map. Germans are Germans, land called Germany. Chinese are Chinese, land called China. Let's go to a world map. Is there a place in the world called Negro land? What about color land? What about black land? What about Afro-American land? There's only 2 answers left, Africa and America. But be honest, what comes to most of our children's mind when they hear the word Africa? Tarzan? Run around, no clothes on? Be honest. And what about America? Red, white, and blue, and apple pie? That's because of this word right here, which is nothing but his story. You didn't know that?
This is the knowledge they don't want you to have.
Education is more than reading.
So there you have it, right? I mean, college professor explained it even better than I could. So, college, yes, I got some college up under my belt, but that was not my major. So, excuse me. With that being said, right, I had already understood that was the reason why, but now you hear it from a college professor that tells you the reason why you are referred to as black or Negro, trying to hide you from who you actually are. You don't know who you are or what you are or where you come from. And so therefore, a man without an identity or a person without an identity can be anybody. When you get pulled over by the police, license and registration, correct?
Mm-hmm.
A license identifies who you are, right?
Yep.
The registry, you're registered by the state because you're a slave.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's all perspective.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, I've been trying to I don't like the word preach, but I've been trying to preach this message for some years now. There's when you become aware or conscious of certain words, you come to the realization you start speaking differently.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible for a person to be racist. People say, well, what the hell you mean? It's impossible to be racist because there's only one race. It's the human race. But there's diverse nationalities. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, well, what is your race? I'm black, I'm white. Those are colors. Those aren't races. There's only one race, and it's the human race. It's diverse nationalities. Nationalities, look at the base, look at the root of the word. Nationality, nation. What nation do you come from? As he explained. If you're German, you come from Germany. That's the nation you come from.
Right.
If you're Chinese, you come from China. That's the nation that you come from. Africa is not a country. It's a continent made up of many countries. Zulus is most commonly you hear the Zulu nation.
Yep.
The Ashanti nation.
Yeah.
The Pygmy nation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when you have been stripped of your history and given his story or his version of the story, because remember, for the 40,000 that came over on the ships, they weren't allowed to read or write.
Right.
The only book that they were given was what? Do you know? The only book that they were the only book that they were given was the Nigger Bible, and it's still in publication.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that was the only book that they were allowed to read from.
I heard about that like twice in life. I'm glad you brought that up, dude. I would love to see that.
Because you got to think about it, right? Even then, even though we was on the plantations, we didn't sit up in the church with them. They had their own churches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, and I say it a lot. Black people hate everything about slavery except for the religion.
Mm.
If for the 40,000 that were brought over here, they didn't know nothing about no Jesus. It was given to them.
Right.
Every time a Nat Turner or the likes thereof got ready to revolt, and the slave master was like this. Oh, first thing out of his mouth was, what would Jesus do?
Fact.
It kept you pacified.
Yep. A lot
Then
of
if
pulled
you
up to pacify.
right, and then if you actually do your homework, you'll come find out, right? Jesus was actually so you familiar with the
Jesus was a remix.
well, yeah, that too. You familiar with the old Negro spiritual of swing low, sweet chariot, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
Coming forth to carry me home.
Yep. Excuse me.
So Slave Master said if you be and to this day it's got our people so fucked up psychologically, we still sitting around waiting on Jesus to return. But Pete, let me show you how the game worked. So one of the most popular slave ships to ever touch these shores was called Jesus Lebec.
Mm-hmm.
It brought over more slaves to this country than any other slave ship.
Yeah.
What would Jesus do? If you be a good little nigger, Jesus is gonna take you back home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. We've all seen the new Karate Kid with Jaden Smith when he hit China. That nation was not his nation, right? What did he say? I hate it here. I want to go home.
Yeah.
But again, that's all perspective.
Absolutely.
See, in fact, I'm gonna change. Look, I'm gonna start a new trend, man. I'm gonna change the game. So you see a lot of people when they do these videos and such. You hear him say for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, fuck that shit. Strictly perspective. That's where I'm going with it.
Strictly perspective.
Okay. Yeah, all this is just perspective,
Perspective. Okay. Strictly perspective.
Because I ain't trying to entertain nothing. Hey, look, I ain't trying to entertain nothing.
That's a hard ass title. That's a hard ass title.
What's that?
Strictly
perspective.
That's right.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, and that's how I'm coming. This is all perspective, man. I ain't trying to entertain nobody.
Right. I like that title. I ain't even gonna front. Matter of fact, I might get on some graphic work. Don't steal my shit.
Huh?
I was telling the people out there, don't be stealing my shit. I know where you live. I will find you.
But yeah, man. I want y'all to in fact, I'm gonna put these names of those guys in the comment section, man. I want y'all to look them up and do some research for yourself, man. I mean, yeah, I love to share and everything, but hey, man, sure, you ain't gonna take my word for it. Look it up for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up for yourself.
Look at do some research. Just don't sit there. Do something.
Listen, ain't nothing in the world like the feeling of being in the know. You know?
Hey, I just want to remind people that knowledge is king. It is, man. Like you just can't be floating around in the universe. That's just a speck of dust.
Hey.
You know what I'm talking about? Man, keep your shit dusted and keep your mind fresh. Every day when you went to school, you had to walk up to that pencil sharpener with the pencil and do what? Sharpen
that pencil, yes.
Every day you need to sharpen your motherfucking pencil. Elevate, motivate. Let's make some of y'all great today. There's a lot of crayons in the box nowadays.
Snapple facts.
Man, all new colors too.
Yeah, buddy. Never out there.
More ways than one. Sitting here chopping it up with our audience over here. We got the live feed playing in the background and shit. So we got Lyrical back online. You know, he laughing at us. He having a good time on the post and everything. We'd like to thank the rest of the viewers for tuning in as well.
Bubba Chuck. So I'm gonna throw this in the comment section so y'all can go check that out, man. Like I said, man, the information is there. It's free. Um, it's a lot to read, man. But I mean, I tell you what, in knowing,
Why you bullshitting? I'm gonna need that nigga Bible link. Like, I'm a nigga, he a nigga, she a nigga, they a nigga. Shit,
uh,
we niggas too. You understand what I'm talking about?
I dig, I dig.
I'm definitely gonna need my Bible.
Nah, man, listen, it's crazy because like,
Instructions before leaving Earth. I don't know what they read.
look, it's crazy, right? Because like I have so many renditions of the Bible. It's like it's safe to say that I actually collect them now.
Yeah, they're all different, and I keep telling people that.
Right. But see, I don't. It's not because I'm a Christian or I'm a practitioner of Christianity. Um, so Christianity is actually it's not the oldest religion known to man. It's one of the more popular ones, especially in Western culture. So a lot of people lean toward that. So what I've come into the habit of is actually using it as a reference book because people actually understand it. Um, unfortunately,
Also,
when
I
you
won't preach no violence. I just want to remind y'all that.
I'm sorry, what happened?
I just want to remind people that religion don't preach violence. You know what I'm saying?
But it does though.
It really do, because
It
God was
does.
the nicest God. That was a mean dude.
Wait, say again.
God was a mean dude. Oh, you was my greatest child. I shall destroy you with the flood. And they'd be like, damn, like I don't even exist. All because I
Man, so it's interesting, man. Like you
Jesus wasn't nice neither. He played with somebody y'all don't like. But a lot
yeah.
of y'all didn't read that part in the Bible, though, did y'all? That was like Professor Xavier and Tito.
Here
Just
these. Hold on. The reason for the all right. Hold on 1 second. I gotta find this. So it wouldn't let me send all of it at one time. So I gotta break it off. Um, here's the three names though. All right, there we go. So yeah, it's crazy, but the religious aspect of it, man. Um, religion does actually it does teach and promote violence. Um, if you think about it, right? Let's think for a second here. Again, this is all perspective. So, if you think about it, right, the world that as we know it was fashioned through violence, right?
all war.
Not even war.
It was actually a display of dominance the
It was
whole
tyranny, exactly, tyranny. Because you got to understand something, right? Even over here in the Western culture, right? For all those who are, and this ain't no shot, but I want y'all to think. I want y'all to look at something. I'm gonna throw this out there as a disclaimer. My objective is not to disrespect, belittle, or denounce or sway you from your religious belief, but I am going to challenge your traditions and your comfort zone that you call religion. If you think about it, right? How many black folks, African Americans, Negroes, or whatever you want to call us, Moors, whatever it is,
Mormon.
how many of us have actually died in the name of Christianity?
Man, too many. Too many. Look at the war that's going on now.
And then the justification for it is Christ will return to resurrect his children that have died in his name. So let me get this straight, right? If God cared, and I'm not saying, just follow me.
All right, because I got to log off here in a sec.
If God cared the way religion says that he does, if he loves you the way that religion says that he does, and I'm not saying that he don't. I'm saying the way religion says it.
Yeah.
Please explain to me why your great-great-grandfather or great-great-grandmother was raped, castrated, tarred and feathered, hung from trees, pulled at the rack by horses, sodomized, the whole nine. Please explain to me the one place that you should feel safe, right?
Yeah.
Is in church, right? Because that's supposed to be God's house, right? So please explain to me why them little girls was getting why they died, because the church got firebombed.
Right.
The one place that you should be safe should be his house, right?
And you're not.
Make sense.
Well, I got to jump up off of here. I got my ride here and shit. Mr. Lyrical in the building. By the way, everybody, make sure you like Lyrical Mind Music and also join us on the LMR community. My Negro, we gonna continue this. Next time I'll be ready and everything else. You feel me? But I appreciate all of y'all. Megatron to done. I'm out of there.
For sure, man. Thanks for tuning in.
No doubt.
And I appreciate you guys as viewers, man. Thanks for tuning in today. Just wanted to touch bases. And again, like I said, man, even everything that I said, it's facts. There's evidence. But again, perspective. Take it for how you see it. On that note, thanks for tuning in. Hope to catch you guys again.
Maniac, schizophrenic flow, bitch, Melania.
These bitches hate me, but they all hoe. Fuck a nigga bolo.